The Squier Bullet Telecaster, the cheapest of the Squier Teles, is it any good? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to another video with me, J. Karjalainen. It's good to have you along. Today we're taking a look at the Squier Bullet Telecaster, which costs 159 euros here in Europe. That's roughly $180, give or take. Let me know in the comments what it goes for, because I don't know. And 159 euros for a guitar is basically nothing. So, keeping that in mind, is this any good? I'm going to do a few tones, I'm going to check out the specs and take a closer look at the guitar, and we'll find out if it's worth the money. So, the body is made of poplar, the neck is maple, the fretboard is Indian laurel C-neck profile, and 21 narrow tall frets, 2 standard single coil pickups, 3-way toggle switch, and yeah, that type of stuff. When you take a look at the guitar, on the back you can see that it's glued out of 4 pieces of wood. Strings go through the body. Everything looks decent. Nothing sticks out as being terrible. On the body, the neck joint looks nice, so there's not a huge gaping hole on either side and there are no cracks. The neck feels nice. A really nice thing about this is that it has no fret sprout, which is a common problem on cheaper guitars, but you can have that on more expensive guitars as well. But this, I've had this here now for a couple of weeks and it's not developed any fret sprout, and the neck is straight, so I haven't had to set this up, which is really nice. If you're buying a beginner guitar, you don't want to be dealing with fret sprout and all sorts of issues. The grain of the neck, nothing special, looks okay. Basic, cheap parts. One thing I did notice is that there's seems to be glue sticking out from under a couple of frets, and the same with the nut, which, yeah, that's not too nice. But on the other hand, it's better that they actually stay in place than fall out on their own. Yeah, not a lot else to say. Let's get to the sounds. So I'm using a Marshall Plexi, which isn't entirely clean, not your conventional Tele type amp, at least I don't think so. Let's see, everything works. Volume. Yeah, that works. 3-way switch. Forgot what that's called. This is all knob here. The tone. I'm on the normal channel. I'm normally on the treble channel of the Plexi, but this being a really bright guitar, I switched to the normal channel. Yeah, my playing isn't terribly bright. Neck pickup. called Danny Gatton Wah Trick. Let's add a bit of overdrive. So, one of the niggles with this guitar is that you get this ringing sound from behind the nuts when you play the open strings, especially the G string. This type of sound, let's see if the microphone here picks it up. So you're listening for that type of thing. Let's see if the pickups pick it up. Now that's a bit annoying, but it's totally treatable. One thing is to put a second string tree on here. I had a word about this with my luthier friend who knows this stuff better than I do. One of the problems here is that the string, instead of going downwards, it basically goes straight. And the more you can get it to go downwards, the less of that ringing you'll have. So when changing strings, seeing that it winds downwards would also be a potential solution. I don't know how much that would help. But this is wound totally the wrong way for that. But I wanted to keep that on there just to show you what this can sound like. Now, if you buy a Bullet Tele, it's not. There's no guarantee that this is what you'll get. You might not. But this guitar has it at least. But it sounds quite nice. I mean, for the price, it sounds very good. And even more importantly, it plays quite nicely as well. You can get different sounds by swapping out pickups later on if you want. Let's add a bit more overdrive. traditionally you would do something like country on this. You could do jazz. And when I say you, I mean you, because I can't. Let's try some country, which I'm even worse at. Get your hybrid picking chops out. Yeah, what's the verdict? I'm pleasantly surprised. I've tried the Bullet Strat and I wasn't a huge fan of that, but I think this is better. It plays quite nicely, it feels nice, it sounds quite nice. The only real complaints are the glue sticking out from there and this thing. And you can even just stick a piece of foam underneath the strings there behind the nut if you want. That will deal with that problem as well. It's not the greatest guitar I've ever tried, but it's not supposed to be the greatest guitar I've ever tried because it's just 159 euros. And an entry-level, as far as entry-level guitars go, this is quite nice actually. I have to say I'm fairly impressed with this. Swap out the pickups for something better. This is very upgradable. Now, take what I say with a pinch of salt, because it's just this guitar, this particular guitar. Quality varies in every price range, but especially so in the really cheap price range, where you can get really bad guitars, and you can get very good guitars, everything in between. So, if you buy one of these, be sure to either try it before you buy it, or be sure to have some kind of returns policy so that you can send it back if you don't like it. Because you might get a good one, you might get a bad one. That's basically the long and short of it. This particular one is quite nice. Yeah, so all in all, it's affordable, it looks fairly nice, it plays nicely, it sounds quite nice. So, yeah, this is definitely a winner. If you want to watch more of my guitar reviews, there's a playlist here. There's also a playlist with my music if you want to check that out. Click like if you liked the video, comment, let me know what you thought. Subscribe if you haven't already, hit that bell notification thing. And join me on Patreon. I buy the gear that I review, so you get an honest review, and you can support that on Patreon. There's a link in the description. When you do support, you get all of my music, access to my Guitar Academy, a bunch of exclusives, and you can even try it for free. If you don't like it, you can always just opt out. Link in the description, like I said. I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in another one. Take care. Bye!